As a chess coach and grandmaster, I've analyzed thousands of games, and I noticed that there is a single most important factor that prevents people from getting to the level of 1500 and beyond. But good news, we can fix it within 10 minutes. In this position, it was black to play, and you can think about this for a second and decide which move would you play here. Black noticed that there was this advanced knight on g5 and white is putting pressure, there's the queen, the pawn is coming forward. Black decided to get rid of this knight by attacking it with a pawn. He played pawn f6. And here's the thing, once that move is played, you may notice that there is an issue, this move knight to e6. But I would say that there is a more general problem that people face while thinking about similar situations. Whenever we anticipate to attack a piece this way or this way, we automatically assume that it's going to retreat. However, you probably heard that classical phrase about a fight or flight response, and in chess it's absolutely true. So for my own convenience, I rephrase that into bite or flight. I don't know, somehow for me it sounds more memorable for chess. So the idea is that piece can bite you. It can come forward and create threats. And that is the problem that you need to think about. Because if the knight comes anywhere back, it's not dangerous. It doesn't change anything. So I don't care about that. I don't need to think about that at all. And the only thing that I really need to think about are forward moves, because those are the moves that can bite you, and therefore you need to be careful. So here, the knight can come forward with this double attack, and it may be a problem. Black may lose some material. By the way, does black indeed lose material? Or is there any way to save it? Let me know in the comments below. On a side note, here, besides this move, the other move, knight takes h7, was also actually very strong for white, because here, even though the knight is lost temporarily, but now there is h5, and because this knight is pinned, white is getting this devastating attack. Here's the next example. How would you play here as black? It's very popular for black to play knight f6 here, attacking the queen and hoping for it to come back so that black can win a tempo. However, the problem is the queen doesn't have to come back, and as we know, while attacking a piece, you need to only watch at this forward direction. Because again, if it comes back anywhere, to any of those squares, we don't care at all, we don't need to think about that. The only thing we need to watch over is this forward movement, and indeed the queen can come forward, capture the pawn, attack the rook. Moreover, in this position, a lot of players played rook g8, still hoping for the queen to come back, but once again it refused to and checkmated black. Here's another example, because I want you to see how this rule works in different positions, because it's slightly different, but once you get used to it, you will be able to use it automatically. Alright, here it was black to move. Now, black noticed that they cannot easily capture the knight because the pawn is pinned. In this case, black would lose the rook. Therefore, the most played move by black here is bishop d7. And after that, black hopes to pin the knight so that it can't retreat, and black hopes to win the knight. So what do you think about this move, bishop d7? Is it a good move or a bad one? We should apply the same logical thinking, right? We don't need to think about this knight coming back, because all we gotta think about it, whether it can go forward and do something. And in this case, indeed, it doesn't need to go back because it can go forward very effectively. And here's a little test for you. In this position, white decided to capitalize on the pin and played knight to e4, which puts more pressure to this knight as well as this bishop on c5. What do you think about this move? Is it a good one or not? Let me know in the comments below. And this next example will bring it to the next level. In this position, it was black to play. Black realized that this pawn on h6 is attacked, and he decided to push it forward and to chase away this knight from g4. Now, we have talked about the idea that you should not just automatically assume that this knight will somehow retreat, because those moves are not dangerous, you need to look at forward moves. But I would say that it is actually part of a larger rule, which says that in general, you always need to consider most forward moves of your opponent, because they are most dangerous. Those forward moves, especially when they come to your side of the board, because those are the moves which are going to cause damage and create attacking opportunities for your opponent. Therefore, again, we never think about these moves, they're like pointless, or at least they're not going to change anything in the position. We only need to look at the forward direction, ask yourself, okay, can my opponent come forward and attack me? Can he go somewhere here? Like, no, our bishop covers that. Alright, so he can't. Can he take this pawn? Not really, we are guarding it. Alright, can he come here? Maybe. How about queen h6 check? Oh, that actually can be really dangerous. And in the game I played knight g5, another move that black overlooked with a counterattack. Now black realized that the queen does not have that many squares to go to. The knight takes away this square, the queen takes away this square. Black retreated right here to c8, but now once again white used the same logic of coming forward, making forward moves which create threats. And instead of retreating this knight, he moved this knight forward with a check. Now the king needs to move, and again, all the options are not very appealing, because if the king comes somewhere here, that would enable queen h6 check, which is deadly. And if black tried to escape right here, then this knight finally moves, but not in the way black expected. And if you want to completely bulletproof your chess and dramatically reduce the quantity of blunders, check out this video. It contains rules that Fischer used to prevent blunders in his own games. And in general, if you want to level up your chess and improve your positional understanding, then head over to this free masterclass, and I'll talk to you soon.